Hi there. Welcome to EB Education Consult. Today I'm going to present you with one of the greatest opportunity to study a master program on scholarship. The name of the master's program is European Master in Global Studies. You can also look it up under the name Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters in Global Studies. This master's program is fully sponsored by the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. Before we dive into the details of this program, the application requirement, the admission processes, and the scholarship package, I want to take a few seconds to invite you to subscribe to my channel, share my link to respective individuals who are interested in studying abroad but they don't know where to start from. And also, if you should have any question regarding studying abroad, don't hesitate to reach out to me through an email, which is in the description of video. And also, you can put your question in the comment section. We will reply to you accordingly. And if there is the need for extensive discussion, we would give you a link to connect with us. Thank you. And now let's zoom into the details of this program. So, if you go to Google, you can search for this particular program, European Masters in Global Studies. The interesting thing about this program is that five universities in Europe had come together to present this program. And so every applicant has the opportunity to study in two out of the five universities which are running this program. And on top of that, they have opportunity to also spend one semester in a university outside of the European Union, and these universities are listed here. The Dalhousie University in Canada, Macquarie University in Australia, University of California, Santa Barbara in USA, Stellenbosch University in South Africa, Fudan University, China, Jawaharlal Nehru University, India, and then when you come again to Africa, we have Addis Ababa University in Ethiopia. We also have in New Zealand the University of Otago and the University of Yaoundé 1 in Cameroon. So three African universities participating, one in New Zealand, one in Canada, one in China, one in India, and then one USA, and one also Australia. These are non-European participating universities. And when you come here, um, actually the application process, you will file it through this university, Leipzig University in Germany. And then we have the University of Vienna, which is in Austria. There is the University of Wrocław, which is in Poland. Previously, this university was one of them, London School of Economics and Political Science. However, they have been taken out in this year's program. And then um, we have the Roskilde University, and then the Ghent University in Belgium. Roskilde, I think it's in either Denmark or in Switzerland. I have to look it up. Um, sector details. Um, yeah, it's in Denmark. All right. Great. So um, that's the first information we are getting about this scholarship. You can choose to study in Leipzig and then Vienna, or you can choose University of Wrocław, or you can choose Ghent, Belgium, or so two of these would be um, a choice and then a third one from here. Now let's go back and look at the um, mm, I would move on to the application. That's the most important thing. Now let's look at the admission and selection criteria. All right. So you must have an equivalent of a 3-year bachelor's degree. In Europe, most universities run their bachelor's for 3 years, and that's because they also have a secondary school or high school system where they attend for 4 years. So if you are coming from a non-European university and you have a 4-year bachelor degree, you still qualify to apply. Now, take note of these particular information. Your previous study program must be in one of these areas: history, uh, area studies, economics, cultural studies, sociology, political science, and human geography. Excellent English skills. So if you are coming from non-English speaking country where your studies was not primarily conducted in English, you are supposed to provide a proof of language skills through um, one of the language proficiency exam score that we will have a look at subsequently. And there is also the need to have a knowledge, prove that you have knowledge in another language other than English at A2 level. You should check what A2 means. Um, the various languages are proficiencies are measured in certain way. We have A1 being the minimum, A2 you can write a few words and say a few things, and then there is the B1, B2, C1, C2. That is the like the prof advanced, you know, stages. So you should look at what that means. Again, the same information is here, all right? And then your documents must be recognized by the German Central Office. They have for foreign education, they have specific requirements for specific countries, and so if your country is part of those whose document must be authenticated, we will look at that eventually. Selection criteria, and this is very important because you will know how you're going to be accessed, um, sorry, how you're going to be assessed, and then based on that, you will know if you stand a chance of um, winning the award or not. So they are saying that academic excellence and quality, recognition of home institution that has awarded the first degree. All this together will score 50%. So let's say you're a first class student coming from a recognized university in Ghana, let's say University of Ghana or University of Cape Coast or any of the recognized universities, and you have a first class, you are almost scoring the 50% here. It is you don't need anything extra to do, or maybe you have a second class upper, and probably you are scoring 45, 40 here. Now, motivation and academic potential. They want to see that what is your motivation to study, and if you have the potential to be an academic person. This you have to demonstrate through your motivation letter and probably your CV and your transcript, the score, you know. So that's 15%. Compatibility of previous study, and as earlier on indicated, we have talked about the previous studies. If there, if your study is compatible, then it's like you score already 20%. If not, you're already losing 20%. So take note. And then relevant work experience or professional qualification. If you have if you have graduated and worked in relevant field pertaining to your previous background, you have another 15% to your credit. So I think um, these are criteria that one can easily pass them. And so that is it. Now let's look at again the application process, application documents, what you will need for the application. These are key to your success and you should take note of. Prior to submitting documents, you will need to file your application in this portal where I will introduce you to that later on. Now, important information is that the application runs through until 15th of um, March 2025, and I think you don't have to wait until this date before you file your application. You can start organizing yourself, your documents, and all the information you need, and then you can put in the application. We have barely 2 months to uh, finish the application if you are interested in the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. If you are not interested in the scholarship, you can still file your application until 31st of May 2025. And here you need the following documents. The first one being a curriculum vitae in English, and they have stated that it should be 1 to 3 pages. Fortunately, you have a template that you can use, and when you come here, let me accept all cookies, and then you go to Europa's CV, and you can start from your profile, or you can create a new CV, or start from Europa's CV. And if you have something, you can upload. But since you have nothing to upload to convert, um, I suggest that you create a new CV. Um, you select information, you fill um, whichever questionnaire they are asking you to fill, and save it. The system will generate um, the system will generate the uh, CV for you once you have filled all the questions they're asking about you. All right. You can also edit. You can select which template you want, and then you save it. Yeah. So, and again, if they're asking for 1 to 3 pages, please don't try to compromise the margins to meet the the page requirement. Some of you would extend your margins that there will be no more margin. You should keep the default margin, but highlight the salient information, the relevant information to your application, and not all information that you have about yourself. And here we're also talking about number two being the motivation letter in English between a page and two. Um, and here they are asking you to explain why you are interested in this particular master's program. And then if you are choosing the mobility track, depending on like which universities you would want to visit in your third semester, you should explain why you decide you want to go to that university. It requires that you would read more about these universities and the courses they offer so that you can explain why that is suitable for your professional and academic development. Take note, I will go back and check the mobility track and we can look at some of the information under that. And then the number three document you will need would be a copy of passport, which is the proof of your nationality. And let's say I am a Ghanaian, I have a Ghanaian passport, which is a proof of my nationality, right? But I'm not living in Ghana, I'm living in Czech Republic. So I also have a resident permit from Czech Republic that proves my residency. So I will need these two. If you're a Ghanaian living in Ghana, you can still provide this and your Ghana card. If if your passport is still your proof of residence, you can still use it in both sessions, or if need be. You have to provide your high school certificate. You have to also provide your high school official transcript. You can always get this from your uh, previous secondary school, university diplomas for your undergraduate studies. If you also have any masters, you can present it. If the certificates are not issued in English or German language, you will need to translate them and add the translations to the original copies. Or sorry, the original language copies. Yeah. And then you need to complete official again your official transcript. These are the certificates, and these are requesting for transcript same. And then English test results. The results are native speakers are exempted from this um, English test. Non-native speakers who did not receive their bachelor's education in English language are expected to provide um, this in a form of written test. So if you are using the test of English language as the test of English as a foreign language, the scores are here for you. If you are using IELTS, um, you need a minimum of 6.5, and then if you're using Cambridge C2 proficiency, these are the requirements for you. Candidates from Anglophone countries which who were taught in English language are also exempted from this, but you have to also show proof of knowing another language, probably European language, if not German, French, or something, would be great. So please take note of this. You need one recommendation letter from an academic teacher, so a lecturer or a previous high school teacher, but I would say a lecturer would be suitable. And um, in the event that a hard copy is requested, this letter should be sent in a separate enclosed envelope, um, whether electronic or sent as a hard copy. The recommendation letter must be signed by the person recommending the candidate and include a reference name and email address. It should be typed on official letterhead or a feature feature the references institution stamp. So make sure that you meet these requirements, and then if applicable, proof of extracurricular activity and work experience. So if you have worked, they are asking for copies of work employment certificate. Here you can also demonstrate this requirement by sending your um, appointment letters, or you can get a letter from your uh, boss or your employee to show that you have been working in this place for this period of time and stuff. So these documents, I think during the application process, you upload some of the soft copies, and once you are admitted, you'll be required to send same documents to the university. You will be given address where you'll be announced. Like they said, the address will be announced with the admission letter. So take note of that. Now, as I indicated earlier on, there are some countries that are required to have an extra step in the application process by verifying their um, documents. And for China, you go here, go to this link, and then you check what you need to do. And then from applicants from Vietnam, also these two institutions, you need some additional information about your certificate. And also for Indians, the same thing, you need to check here before you um, upload your documents. All right, the next, again, we go to the application. Already, I think the deadline has been uh, mentioned already. So the application opened on the 15th of January and it's going through to 15th of March 2025, and non-scholarship seekers can apply by 31st of May. Okay, let's go and look at the fees and support. Now we will look at the grant and the scholarship. Okay, and there are two of them. We are looking at first the Erasmus Mundus grant, and this actually offers full scholarship, which means that the applicant will be free from paying tuition fees that will be covered by the scholarship. As well, they would earn 1,400 um, euros every month, and also they will be covered for medical insurance, right? And this monthly stipend you can spend on your housing needs, food, transport, and related um, expenses. Here they are offering up to 60 scholarships for applicants coming from eligible countries. So take note. And there is even extra. In addition to the 60, they are also offering up to 31 scholarships, from people uh, to people from the specific regions listed down here. And the specific regions are the Western Balkans, the Neighborhood Policy Region, South, Sub-Saharan Africa, Central Asia, Pacific, and the Caribbean, Latin America, and then Middle East. People coming from these regions, uh, they can be considered for additional 31, which will make a total of 91 scholarships available. Apart from this full scholarship, in in case you get admission but you are not offered full scholarship and you are able to pay your first year expenses, following year you can apply for stipend, and the stipend will offer you between 500 to 600 euros per month. It can go into reducing your personal expenses, um, and I think it's really cool to be considered for such. And the information about this one will be available at the international office of the respective university. You can also check more um, from these links here. Back here, let's go to the fees and support again, and let's see the eligibility for Erasmus Mundus. I think the eligibility is more so similar to what we already checked. It says students from all over the world holding a first degree are eligible for the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. Um, the European Union distinguishes between scholarships for Erasmus Plus, partner country national, and for Erasmus Plus program country nationals. So let's look at the program country nationals. Okay, no, let's go back. And all students who have previously received Erasmus Mundus scholarship degree seek uh, Erasmus Mundus scholarship for degree seeking purpose will automatically be disqualified. So if you have already received one, you don't bother. Students who are awarded Erasmus Mundus will be provided with scholarship contract, and then you would have a mandatory mobility period, 1 semester in different country that we have already spoken about. Okay, again, the selection criteria has been outlined in detail here. Academic excellence, academic potential, level of language, quality of or recognition of a home institution that awarded the first degree, motivation letter, recommendations, and then work experience or professional qualifications. Yeah, participating cost. As I was, yeah, as I was trying to show, in case you don't get a scholarship, your tuition fee is 2,300 per year, which is quite cheap compared to studying in US and other related environments. So this is quite good. Just in case you don't get the scholarship, you can still apply because the tuition is free. Sorry, it's cheaper comparatively. What next? Yeah, so they were asking about the mobility track, right? So during the first year, each student will study at one participating university, and during the second year, at a different European participating university. And so, first year, one university, the second year, another university. But within the second year, you would have the third semester elsewhere outside European university. Applicant can indicate a preference for the study places in the online registration. However, uh, the program consortium makes the final decision on the mobility track. So take note. Additionally, students have the possibility to apply for an exchange term at one of the non-European uh, partner universities. This term abroad will replace one term at the European participating university. Applying for a term at a non-European partner university is only possible after students have enrolled in the European Masters in Global Studies program. A call for application will be sent to all eligible candidates in December each year. All right, this is great news. So, yeah, basically that is it. So if you are going to choose a Gent in Belgium, explain why you want this university. Check out the program details and whatever in your motivation. If you're going to do it in Germany, also check why, what do they have that attracts you and write it nicely in your motivation because it's required for you to do so. And then finally, I want us to check the application portal. I'm not going to go through the whole process. So fundamentally, you are going to apply through the Leipzig University. It doesn't matter whether you want to study in Germany or you want to study in Belgium or Denmark. You would use just this application portal and you would have option to choose where which places you want to have your studies done. And um, if you are a new user, you go to create user account. You'll fill in the necessary information. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Uh, yeah, let me see, let me see. Then you go to next. Um, information is your information is complete. Please check your information once before creating the account. Let me see, let me see. Yes, create account. And once account is created, um, yeah, so um, that's more or less about it. I wish you success, and I hope that through this information, someone would be able to gain the scholarship and go study their masters without hassle. Please don't forget to comment, and if you have any question, leave it behind. We will follow up on you. enjoy.